In this video, we'll see the Terraform variable validation. Okay, first of all, you should know why Terraform variable validation is required. The Terraform variable validation is like security compliance policies in infrastructure. It enforces approved configurations at the entry point, preventing invalid, risky, or non-compliant deployment before provisioning. That means it sets some security standard you should meet, right? When I am provisioning any infrastructure on my organization, I should follow some security standard. That security standard you can get it by the help of Terraform variable validation, or there is another concept called Terraform Sentinel policy. By the help of Sentinel policy and variable validations, we can achieve that security on my Terraform infrastructure provisioning. So how you can do that? Now look here, there is a variable called variable environment, right? You know how to declare a variable by using the variable keyword. The variable type is string. The default value is dev1. So let me remove here. Let me give you dev. Now this is called here. You have to add another block called validation inside the variable block. This is my variable block. It is ending here, right? Again, what I am doing, I am adding a one more block called validation. And this validation block holds two conditions, or you can say two Terraform statements. One is called your condition, another is called error underscore message. This condition, this is your condition, right? This condition is a predefined keyword. Error underscore message also predefined keyword. The condition, it will try to do some condition check. If the condition check pass, then you will not see any error message. If condition check fails, then this message will be pop up. Now just analyze here what condition check is happening here. So the default value is dev, right? Again, this is the way you have to fetch the variable value in the Terraform. var.environment, and this is the default value is dev. This dev will be replaced here, and this contains is a predefined function. It is cross verifying whether this var.environment is part of this dev, stage and prod or not. Now what is the value? var.environment, it is dev. Dev is part of dev, stage and prod, hence the condition pass. So you will not see any error. Instead of dev, if I am writing here something like break. Now tell me, now this value will be replaced by var.env, environment, right? That will be replaced by break. Break in dev, stage, prod. Is that true or false? That is false. So immediately we will get a error message called error must be one of the dev, stage and prod. Now let me first replace with dev. Let me save it and run the Terraform file. Let me do a Terraform plan so that you can analyze, you can visualize what is happening here. Terraform plan. Here infrastructure, there is no error. Okay, that means there is no error. Now let me replace dev with break. Now let me save it. Rerun the Terraform plan. So you can see var.environment is break. Environment must be one of dev, stage and prod. That way you can control the variable values, because at the end the Terraform can be used by the external users. They should be follow some standard values or security values. They should not give any number of values or anything. The next one is, again I am declaring one more variable called issue2 underscore instance. This is also variable declaration. Inside that variable, again I am adding another block called validation block. This is a little bit complex validation. It's fine. Again I am adding a condition. Look, the important part is here. Always you will see two parameters are important, or two statements are important inside the validation block. One is called your error underscore message, another is called my condition. Now this condition is doing a lookup function on the var.environment variable. Also it is doing a contents check on the instance type. If the condition is fail, then you will see this message. The same way, there is another example called ALB underscore ingress. ALB underscore ingress underscore port number. Again, I am adding a validation block here. This validation is checking the port number. The port number should be either 443 or 8443. If you are giving some other port number, it will not accept. It will not accept means it will give you the error message and the Terraform script will be terminated in that point of time. The next one is called there is another block, validation block I am adding here. Okay, that is related to the env. The next one is ec2 underscore instance type. Here also I am adding some complex conditions and or complex expressions I am adding also here. Okay, this is about your variable validation. Okay, thank you guys.